Hello and welcome to Rapa Nui, also known as Easter Island.
No island on Earth captures imagination like Easter Island. Remote, mysterious, and iconic. People know the stone heads, but not where they are. It's part of Chile, with one daily flight from Santiago to the most isolated airport in the world. Just arrived to Easter Island, only to realize that, well, not realize, find out that we actually do not have a hotel because our hotel is cerrado and booking.com failed to tell it to us, but don't worry, they'll receive a lot of grief. Anyway, we found a solution. A lovely lady has taken us to a different hotel and it's all good now, so I'm not complaining. I'm in this beautiful paradise island. Really, it's a dream come true for me. I always wanted to come to the Easter Island, and not just to see this, which is the Paradise Island, but to see the Moai. And as I'm walking, you saw just from that little restaurant where Jack is waiting for our lunch, I can actually already see a Moai, and he's here. Clearly, there were more here before. This is the city center. He's the one facing inwards. How amazing is that? I just wish I could come over and touch him, but there is a do not pass sign. It's absolutely unreal to be next to something I've seen so many times on different pictures, and it's just the most scenic thing.
As Sasha said, we had a bit of a nightmare as Booking.com booked us in a hotel which no longer exists. Luckily, everyone on the island is so helpful and friendly, and we soon found ourselves in Edith's lovely hotel. She was warm and welcoming and told us the story of how she was part of a Rapa Nui delegation that went to Buckingham Palace to meet the Queen to ask for the return of the moai Hoa Ha'akanai, which means stolen friend.
We started our tour in Anate Pahu, known by locals as the Banana Cave, as so many banana trees were growing in the natural basin of the cave. Coronavirus, it's mandatory to take a guided tour in order to visit the sites, as the whole island is a national park and is protected by the UNESCO. You can organize this in advance, or when you get to the island, depending on how many tourists there are. We found a 2-day tour on the Get Your Guide app. Just came out of the rocks formation underneath the Easter Island, where the locals used to grow food, had secret gardens, and also used to hide their women and children when the invaders, such as the Europeans, came.
They used to sleep down there, grow crops down there, and cook down there as well.
We finished our first day at Orongo, which is set on top a cliff overlooking 3 islets, where the annual Birdman competition was held. From underground survival to sky-high feats, at Orongo, warriors would leap off cliffs, swim through shark-infested waters to retrieve the first seabird egg. The winner led the island spiritually for the next year. The whole island itself is a giant volcano formed by 3 eruptions taking place over millions of years.
In the evening, we returned to the only main town called Hanga Roa. We enjoyed some seafood before watching the sunset. There is one beach here called P Beach, where we swam and were joined by some turtles. The excitement was building for the day 2, where we would finally see the moais close up and personal.
The heart of the island is undoubtedly the quarry, called Rano Raraku. There are 397 moais here in various stages of carving. It is where almost every moai on the island and the one in the British Museum were carved. The moais were carved here and then dragged to their final destinations on the different platforms around the island. Once they were in position, their eyes were carved, which gave them their mana and spirit. Each moai could take up to 2 years to carve, and if they were damaged at all, then they would be abandoned as they could not be used. They are so big and heavy that there are many theories about how they were moved, with some people even claiming alien involvement.
Uri was being closed for the afternoon. Surprise! It was being used as a film set. Hollywood's Wild Horse 9, starring Steve Buscemi and John Malkovich, was filming right next to the ancient giants. So cool.
The island has been inhabited by Polynesian people for over 1,000 years and was rediscovered by Europeans on Easter Sunday 1722, hence its two names of Easter Island and Rapa Nui. The island has since been used for slavery, sheep farming and many other uses, but its greatest mystery remains its moai statues. Nothing can quite prepare you for the beauty of Ahu Tongariki. 15 giant moai standing in a row, weighing up to 80 tons. Once destroyed by tsunamis and tribal wars, they were brought back to glory thanks to a $2 million gift from Japan.
One moai, called the Traveling Friend, even toured Japan, which is why there are so many Japanese tourists which feel such a deep connection to this place. There are even ancient polyglyphs carved in the ground depicting different animals and part of the life. We recommend you to have a look at them.
We finished our second day of touring at the largest beach on the island, which is called Anakena Beach. There are a few restaurants here and a platform with some moais overlooking the beach. We swam in the ocean and enjoyed our last day on this magical island.
It was then time to fly back to Santiago and prepare for our next adventure in the Chilean Lake District and the wild expanses of Patagonia. Please join us for the next video to see the next chapter of our journey.